Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going book shopping again because apparently I don't go book shopping enough. Me and George are going into Manchester. We're going to be getting the train and we're going to be buying more books because apparently I don't have enough. Yeah, and I'm just going to take you guys along with us I think there's two Waterstones in Manchester that are really nice and they're massive. So we're going to be going to those two Waterstones and I'm going to take you guys along with me and see what books I buy, and yeah, it's just going to be an all-around fun day. So if you do enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the good stuff. And yeah, let's just go book shopping in Manchester. I'm so excited. Let's just go book shopping. Hey guys, so we just got back from Manchester and we had a really nice day. So we went to 2 different Waterstones and then we went for some lunch at Barburrito and then we went to the cinema. So yeah, I just had the best day. So I bought a lot of books. I think it's 12. I think I bought 12 books. So I'm just going to talk through the books that we got. Well, that I got anyway. I'll just go from the top of the pile, the very large pile. So first off, I got Hamlet by Maggie O'Farrell. I didn't know much about this, although I know that they're really pushing it in Waterstones, so they're obviously really happy with it. And it won the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2020, so it's gonna be good. I think it might be quite a hard-hitting literary fiction read, so I'm gonna read the synopsis for you because this was like, literally as I was at checkout I saw this and just added it to the pile. So, on a summer's day in 1596, a young girl in Stratford-upon-Avon takes to her bed with a sudden fever. Her twin brother, Hamlet, searches everywhere for help. Why is nobody at home? Their mother, Agnes, is over a mile away in the garden where she grows medicinal herbs, and their father is working in London. Neither parent knows that Hamlet will not survive the week. Hamlet is a novel inspired by the son of a famous playwright, a boy whose life has been all but forgotten, but whose name was given to one of the most celebrated plays ever written. So yeah, neither parent knows that Hamlet will not survive the week. So the twin brother's gonna die? Not the young girl who's taken to bed with a sudden fever? That's really thrown me off. Yeah, so I got Hamlet and I'm super excited to read it. I do like a good adult literary fiction, something hard-hitting every now and then. I really enjoy that. So yes, I'm super excited about this. I then got Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth, and look at those frayed edges. How nice are they? And I've just heard wonderful things about it on TikTok and it sounds really good, and I saw the sprayed edges and I knew that I had to have it. So it comes with a map. You know I love me a good map. So from what I can tell from the synopsis, it sounds like a dystopian kind of after the big battle like 10 years ago, and this is after the fact and them dealing with PTSD and there's still secrets involved. I haven't read the Divergent series, so I don't know whether this, I have them but I haven't gotten to read them yet. Is this like a spin-off like 10 years after that, or is this a completely different standalone? Can you let me know, because I don't know. But I got it anyway, and I have the Divergent series, I just have never read them. And I bought them recently from a charity shop, so I do have them to read, but I don't want to read this in case it's like a spoiler for those, if it's connected. I don't know. Can you let me know in the comments below whether this is just like a standard, well, like the first of a new series, or if it's connected to the Divergent series? Please let me know, because I don't know. I don't want to read this and spoil the other series. So but yeah, I got Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth and it sounds really good. I then picked up the Asylum, which is by Karen Coles, and this sounds like, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it in past videos, but anything to do with asylums I just like find so fascinating. I find them really interesting and really like spooky and creepy. So if ever there's a ghost book or a horror movie or something set in an asylum, guaranteed I'm gonna watch it or like read it. I just love it. So as soon as I saw the Asylum, I just instantly picked it up. I did actually read the synopsis of this one like for the first time ever, and it sounded really interesting, so I'm going to read it to you because I've not seen it anywhere else on TikTok or anything. And plus, look how beautiful that cover is. Like, it is gorgeous. So yeah, I'm just going to read the back for you, but I'm super excited about this one. So it's based in 1906 and it says, being a woman is dangerous, being different is deadly. Maud Lovell has been at Angelton Lunatic Asylum, I can't read today, for 5 years. She's not sure how she came to be there and knows nothing beyond its 4 walls. Hysterical, distressed and untrustworthy, she is badly unstable and prone to violence, or so she has been told. When a new doctor arrives, keen to experiment with the revolutionary practice of medical hypnosis, Maud's unknown history makes her the perfect case study. But as Dr. Dimmond delves deeper into the past, it becomes clear that confinement and high doses are there to keep her silent. When Maud finally remembers what has been done to her and by whom, her mind turns to her past and to revenge. That sounds so good. I'm so excited. Historical fiction in an asylum, female protagonist. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read this. I've seen this everywhere on TikTok. Literally everyone's talking about it at the minute, and it is Loveless by Alice Oseman. Yeah, it is a young adult romance, contemporary romance, I'm pretty sure. I know nothing about this. Again, I just saw loads of people talking about it on Book Talk, and I like a good little contemporary romance every now and then. I'm pretty sure it's kind of like a coming of age, learning to love herself and others kind of romance, about asexuality. So I think the main character may be asexual, which if she is, that's super, like, that's really awesome that they're representing that, because it's just good. Like, if someone out there, a young person who is asexual and they don't understand what it is, for them to read this and to realize that they're not different from everyone else, yeah, I just think it's really interesting. So I'm super excited to read this, and yeah, I've heard wonderful things about this. Literally everyone loves this book. Everyone I've seen has really enjoyed this. Loveless by Alice Oseman. Finally, I've been waiting for this. This is the third book in the Mirror Visitor series. So I actually have, let me grab them for you, they're down here. I have the first two. So 1, 2, 3. I had the first two, and this came out a while ago, but it was only in hardback, and obviously I had the first two in paperback. So I've been waiting for this to come out in paperback. I don't know if this series is a trilogy, because if it is, I'm gonna start reading it now, because I like to have the full set before I start reading, because I'm awkward like that. But just look how beautiful these books are. They are YA fantasy. It's actually a French book, but has been translated into English, which is awesome, because I want to try and read as many different authors as I possibly can, and to be able to read authors who aren't English, you know, that's been translated, is super interested for me. I was super excited. As soon as I saw that they finally had the paperback version, I literally ran across the store to go and pick it up. So yes, I'm super duper happy. I then got Tall of Smoke, which is an adult fantasy, and I know absolutely nothing about this. This was on the table of buy one get one half price, and I was buying, I can't remember which one. I was buying Chosen Ones. I was buying Chosen Ones, and I needed another one for the buy one get one half price, because there's no point buying one and not getting one half price. I saw this, and I had seen someone talk about it on TikTok, saying that it is one of their favourite underrated adult fantasy books. Hessa is an Iengai, a battle-hardened princess of the goddess of war, with the power to turn an enemy's bones to dust with a scream. I don't need to read anymore. That's it. I'm gonna read the book. Banished for disobeying her goddess's command to murder a traveller, she prays for forgiveness, but while she is gone, raiders burn her town to the ground. Grieving and alone, Hessai, the last Iengai, must find the traveller and atone for her weakness, as clans from the north and legionnaires from the south tear through her homeland, slaughtering everyone in their path. Hessa strives to win back her goddess's favour. Beset by zealot soldiers, deceitful gods, and newly awakened demons at every turn, Hessa burns her path towards redemption and revenge, but her journey reveals a harrowing truth. The gods are dying, and the high halls of the afterlife are fading. Soon Hessa's trust in her goddess weakens with every unheeded prayer. Thrust into a battle between the gods of the old world and the new, Hessa realises there is far more on the line than securing a life beyond her own death. Bigger, older powers slumber beneath the surface of her world, and they're about to wake up. That sounds epic. Like an actual epic fantasy. Yeah, that sounds incredible. Tall of Smoke by H.M. Long. And look at the cover. I don't know what it is, but publishers at the minute and book designers, they're getting it right. Like, they're getting it right. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. It really just sounds like epic adult fantasy book. I'm over the moon. And then this one was another impulse buy, but it was signed, so I felt like I had to get it, and it's got sprayed edges. And again, I've seen people talk about it on Book Talk. So this is Thread Needle by Carrie Thomas, and yes, it comes with sprayed edges, and this is a signed edition. So let me just, there you go, it is signed by the author. Just another map, but just look how beautiful that is. So on the back it says magic and love, love and magic, they destroy everything in the end. I think it's a standalone, let me just double check. So it says the language of magic #1, so it's part of a new series, which is super exciting. In this world, magic is a sin and the main character finds out that she has magic. Anna's aunt has always warned her of the dangers of magic, its twists, its knots, its deadly consequences. Now Anna counts down the days to the ceremony that will bind her magic forever until she meets Effie and Attis. They open her eyes to a London she never knew existed, a shop that sells memories, a secret library where the librarian feeds off words, a club where revellers lose themselves in a haze of spells. But as she is swept deeper into this world, Anna begins to wonder if her aunt was right all along. Is her magic a gift or a curse? That sounds fantastic. A fantastical urban fantasy set in London with magic. What more? Literally, what more could you want? And it's part of a new series, so I'm super excited about that. And look at the gorgeous sprayed edges. I did kind of impulse buy this, but it was just so beautiful, and I read the synopsis and thought it sounded fantastic. I do like a good urban fantasy every now and then, and I don't really read that many, to be honest with you. I am super excited. It sounds amazing. It looks beautiful. I'm really happy. This, again, another impulse buy. This is not a book that I would normally pick up. But the cover just completely sucked me in, and when I read the synopsis of it, it kind of gave me the vibes of The Stand by Stephen King, which, if you've never read The Stand by Stephen King, it is a post-apocalyptic giant novel. It is huge. I listened to it on audiobook and I think it was about 40 hours long, and basically it's about the end of the world and about the people that are left behind, and this book, which I'll show you in a second, gave me those vibes. So this is Wanderers by Chuck Wendig. And look at that cover. I honestly think this is my favourite cover of all the books that I've bought, which is shoot, like it's not, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. It just sucked me in so much. Yeah. So basically the premise, which is sounds even more interesting. There are two sisters, and one day one of them wakes up to see the other one sleepwalking, which is very strange because, you know, I don't think she's ever sleepwalked before. And it turns out that like half the population are suddenly sleepwalking and they will not wake up, and they are called wanderers. So yeah, literally the world as we know it ends because half the population are just walking around sleepwalking and they just won't wake up. They're just like zombies, but they're just walking. She cannot talk and cannot be woken up, and she's heading with determination to a destination that only she knows. But Shana and her sister are not alone. On their journey they will discover an American convulsed with terror and violence, where this apocalyptic epidemic proves less dangerous than the fear of it. Yeah, so it's about the societal collapse after, you know, a virus that changes the world. So as the rest of society collapses all around them and the ultra-violent militia threatens to exterminate them, the fate of the sleepwalkers depends on unravelling the mystery behind the epidemic. The terrifying secret will either tear the nation apart or bring the survivors together to remake a shattered world. The mystery behind the sleepwalkers, I need to know what's going on and why all of a sudden half the population are sleepwalking. And they're all, from what it sounds like, they're all walking to the same destination, which sounds incredible. Yeah, Wanderers by Chuck Wendig. I'm super excited about this. I then picked up another YA book, and it is House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. Yeah, it's a YA horror, I believe. Dark, dangerous things happen around the Hollow sisters ever since they disappeared as children, only to reappear a month later with no memory of what happened to them. Odd, eerie occurrences follow in their wake. When Gray, the eldest, goes missing again, Iris and Vivi are left to figure out the mystery, but they aren't the only ones looking for her. As they brush against the supernatural, Iris realises that the world that returned them 10 years ago might be calling them back, but just how much horror lies beneath the surface. Super intriguing, super mysterious, and a small book, which I quite like that. I do like a good small book every now and then, because it's something you can read in one sitting and feel like really sucked into the story. Yeah, so I got House of Hollow. I have 4 books left to talk about. This one is, I've got an idea for a video that I'm going to do in the future. I don't know when, but basically it is reading the last 5 winners of the Booker Prize. So I've been collecting them basically. So this is the 2020 winner of the Booker Prize, and it is Shuggy Bane by Douglas Stewart. Now this is a very hard-hitting novel about a young boy called Bane. It is him and his family dealing with his mother is an alcoholic, and it is basically his childhood growing up in a very difficult time anyway, in a difficult place, but also to have an alcoholic for a mother. Yeah, I think it's quite hard, you know, a hard-hitting novel, adult literary fiction again. But yeah, I want to read the last 5 winners of the Booker Prize, so I have been collecting them. I think I've got 3 now, so when I get the last 2, I'm going to read the books and film the video for you guys. I just wanted to read some kind of critically acclaimed, award-winning books, just because recently I've been reading a lot of books that have been recommended by BookTokers and things like that, and a lot of the time it's just personal preference and I might not enjoy the books that they have enjoyed, which is fine, but I just kind of wanted some that would be, yeah, kind of critically acclaimed, really fantastic, hard-hitting books. I'm just in the mood for that at the minute. Something that when I finish the book and put it down, I kind of just sit there and think about it. Okay, you'll be happy to know I'm almost done. So I have 3 books left to talk about. I have 1 paperback and 2 hardbacks, and they are all young adult now. So I got Fable by Adrian Young. I have heard a lot of people talk about this on Book Talk. I've seen a mixture of reviews actually of people that really enjoyed it, and several that kind of thought it was overhyped, didn't really get it, which is fine, personal preference and all that. I kind of get the feeling it is a young female main protagonist. Her father was the most powerful trader in the Narrows. The sea is the only home 17-year-old Fable has ever known. But her father abandoned her on a legendary island filled with thieves and little food. So she's trying to get back to her father and take her rightful place as his heir, I suppose, to the trade in the Narrow Sea. But it sounds really good. And it's also, this is the same author for The Sky in the Deep, which I do have that down there as well. I haven't been able to read it yet. This is a duology, I believe, so there's a second one as well, but I don't have it because I've only just bought the first one. I then got a young adult horror. It is Clown in a Cornfield. But look at the cover. You see that creepy clown face? It's so freaky. So when Quinn and her father moved to a tiny town with a weird clown for a mascot, they're looking for a fresh start. But ever since the town's only factory shut down, Kettle Springs has been cracked in half. Most of the town believes that the kids are to blame. After all, the juniors and seniors at Kettle Springs hire the ones who threw the party where Arthur Hill's daughter died. They're the ones who set the abandoned factory on fire and who spend all their time posting pranks on YouTube. They have no respect and no idea what it means to work hard. For the kids, it's the other way around, and now Kettle Springs is caught in a constant battle between old and new, tradition and progress. It's a fight that looks like it will destroy the town until one homicidal clown with a pork pie hat and a red nose decides to end it for good. Because if your opponents all die, you win the debate by default. So that's Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cesare. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. And then George, bless him, I saw a book. I kind of was like, oh, it's too expensive, you know, like I can't afford it. I just want to go to the buy one get one half price, like that's all I can afford, you know, I don't deserve to treat myself like that. And he came up and he just bought me it, even though I was like, I can't afford it, and he just went and bought it. I love him so much. Yeah, I think you'll all know it. It is Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. Now, if you don't know Victoria Aveyard, she is the author of a very popular series called the Red Queen series. I don't know if you can see it. It's those books right there. And I have actually yet to read those books yet. I haven't been able to get around to reading them, but she since has finished those series and she has come out with the first in a new fantasy series, yeah, called Realm Breaker, and I've absolutely no idea what this is about, but I wanted it, and look how pretty it is. So yeah, I think it's just a big epic fantasy, big epic YA fantasy. Oh yeah, the best part, look at the map. Look at that map. It's not often that you get maps that are actually in colour as well, which I really love. I love that. So yes, George is wonderful. I love him very much, and he just surprised me with it because I kept like looking back at it and he kept seeing me look at it, so I'm so excited. So that is all of the books that I got. 13. I got 13 books. It's really bad. And I had a really good day really fun time, did a lot of shopping, had a lovely day with George. If you haven't been book shopping in a while, you need to go out and buy some books and treat yourself, because you are worth it and you deserve it. And I had a really good day today, so that is everything. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it down below and let me know if these are the kind of videos you want to see, because you don't have to tell me twice to go book shopping. I'll just go, you know. But yeah, I had a really lovely day and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one hopefully. So yeah, bye guys.